Today on the show, more Moto Madness as we discuss riding position with Papa Bear Marc Cantin. We also take a closer look at Gilles Villeneuve's 1980 Ferrari 312 T5, and I host the Volvo S60's Night of Naughty. Welcome to the Auto123 show. I'm Donna Mailing-Park, and I'm so happy that you came along for this week's adventure. Let's not waste any time. Let's get the show on the road with a dose of Moto Madness. Papa Bear Marc Cantin is here to discuss the triangle, the most important geometric shape in riding position.
We've all heard of the expression horses for courses. Well, it applies to motorcycles also. Let's look at the different positions, seating positions, and different ways you can use a motorcycle. This is a Harley-Davidson, this is a cruising bike, this is a classic. We sell a lot of those in this part of the world in Canada. And this is a bike where you're actually expected to ride long distances. So your feet are relatively forward relative to your bum, and your hands are comfortable, not leaned forward. This is what I call the magic triangle, where your hands are, where your bum is, and where your feet are. And that dictates the type of riding you can do with the bike, or the type of riding dictates what position you should be on the bike. So let's look at a couple of other ones to see how that goes. I've got here a Suzuki GSX 1250 FA. Now this is a sport bike, but also a touring bike. So it's a mixed mission bike, and luckily it's got a lot of adjustments possible on it. First, let's look at the standard position. Relatively high handlebars. The feet are way back compared to what they were on the Harley. They were up here on the Harley. There's a nice clearance between the bum here and the feet, which are right under the bum. That would allow Pascal to actually stand up when he's hitting some serious bumps and make the ride a little bit easier. Now, if you're the stretched out model, you probably like a stretched out bike. This is a Honda Varadero. The Varadero has long suspension travel and it's comfortable, and Ely's sitting on it. And look at where his feet are, a little forward of his bum. His arms are straight out. He doesn't have to lean forward like this. And the grips are relatively high compared to the seat. This is good for long distance riding and good for bumpy roads and a lot of fun to ride. The other kind of bike that we want to talk about is a sport bike, where you're leaning forward in a much more compact position, ready to attack the corners. So if you're going to ride a motorcycle and you're going to buy one, figure out the kind of riding that you want to do and find a bike that is adapted to that kind of riding, especially when it comes to the seating position, even if you need a little bit of an adjustment here, a little bit of an accessory there. That's what makes riding so much fun. Go out there and have that fun.